Welcome to my algebra class. We are on Chapter 1, Section 2, Order of Operations. In order of operations, in order that we all get the same answer, we need to do the grouping symbols first, anything inside grouping symbols, which would be parentheses, braces, brackets, or the fraction bar. Then do powers. Next, multiplication, division, left to right, and finally addition and subtraction, left to right, which you might remember as please excuse my dear Aunt Sally PEMDAS. In example 1, we have an example of nested grouping. So we start with the 7 plus 6, the inside grouping, get 13. And since this is inside brackets, we do 52 divided by 13, which is 4. And then last, we do 18 minus 4, which is 14. In example 2, we have to substitute the value m equals 4 n for m. So putting that in, we get 32 plus 2 times the quantity 2, which is 4, and 32 plus 4 equals 36. The third example involves powers, and we do powers before addition. That's the third level. So 6 to the second power is 36. Add 2, we get 38. And the last example, that is number 4, 2, and there's a dot, which means multiplication. 2 times 7 plus 5. Multiplication comes before addition, so we multiply, we get 14. Add 5, and we get 19. We are ready for the assignment, which is on page 8, written 10 through 42, and we're going to be doing the evens. So you can pause the video and set up the paper and fold it in half, and we're going to start with number 10. Problem number 10 has two parts. We're going to do A first, 5y minus 3. And the values for our variables are in the boldface above the problems. So y is 4, so we substitute 4 in. So we get 5 times 4 minus 3. Doing the multiplication first, we get 20 minus 3, which equals 17. Skip a line, and we're going to do part B. Same values. Basically the same problem, except they put parentheses around the y minus 3. So substituting back in the 4 again, we get 5 times the quantity 4 minus 3. This time doing the grouping symbols first. 4 minus 3 is 1, and 5 times 1 equals 3. Skip a line, and we're on number 12. A is 7z plus 8. The value for z is 5, so we substitute 5 in. And 7 times 5, multiplication first, is 35. Add 8, and we get 43. And circle your answers. Looks like I made a mistake back here. It should be 5. Part B of 12. We have 7 times the quantity z plus 8. So parentheses, 7 times 5 plus 8. We do what's in parentheses first. Add 7, 8, and 5, and we get 13. And 7 times 13 is 91. Skip a line. Problem number 14. We have z, t, minus y. Looking at the values for those variables and substituting in, z is 5 times t, which is 6, minus y, which is 4. Multiplication first, so we get 30 minus 4. And that's 26. Skip a line, B, z times the quantity t minus y. So putting those values back in again, but putting parentheses around the 6 minus 4. We do the parentheses first, so we get 2, and 5 times 2 is 10. Problem number 16a, we have 9xyz minus t. Substituting the values in, 9 times x is 3, y is 4, and z is 5, minus t, which is 6. Doing the multiplication here, 4 times 5 is 20, and 9 times 3 is 27. So if I took 2 times 27, that's 54. That's 540. Minus 6 gives us 534. And that was A. Part B, 9x times the quantity zy minus t. So this time we do the 9 times 3, and then in parentheses we have the 4 times 5 minus 6. So inside the parentheses, do that first. 4 times 5 is 20, and 20 take away 6 is 14. And then we can do the 9 times 3 here. That's 27 times 14. And 27 times 14, you got your calculator handy. Is 378. Number 18, we have 6y minus 2xy. So 6 times y is 6 times 4, minus 2, x is 3, and y is 5. Excuse me, 4. Starting from the left, 6 times 4 is 24. Put the minus sign down, do all the multiplication here. 2 times 3 is 6, and 6 times 4 is 24. So 24 minus 24 is 0. Problem number 20, we have y times y plus z in parentheses times z. Y is 4, so we have 4 times 4 plus z, which is 5, in parentheses, and then times 5. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 plus 5 is 21. And 21 times 5 is 105. Problem number 22. We have 4y minus 2t divided by, use 2 lines for the fractions, y plus 2t. Substituting the values in, it'd be 4 times 4 minus 2 times 6 over 4 plus 2 times 6. Doing the numerator first, 4 times 4 is 16. 2 times 6 is 12. On the bottom, doing the multiplication here, we get 4 plus 12. 16 minus 12 is 4, and 4 plus 12 is 16. Simplify the fraction, we have 1/4. Problem number 24. 2 times the quantity y plus x over 2y plus x. So that would be 2 times 4 plus 3 over 2 times 4 plus 3. Doing the numerator first, add the 4 and the 3, we get 7, so we have 2 times 7. On the bottom, multiplication before addition, we get 8 plus 3. So that equals 14 over 11. And we'll leave it in improper fraction form. That can't be simplified. 26, we have 3 times the quantity z plus 5 times the quantity 2y minus x. Substituting in, we get 3 times z, which is 5, plus 5 times 2y, which is 4, minus x, which is 3. So doing the inside grouping symbols here, 2 times 4 is 8. 8 take away 3 is 5. So we have 5 plus 5 times 5. Doing the multiplication that's still in the grouping symbols, we have 5 plus 25. Adding the 5 and 25, we get 30, and 3 times 30 equals 90. Problem number 28. We have 2 times t, and t is 6, minus 7 times z, and z is 5, divided by, in parentheses, y plus x. Y is 4, and x is 3. We could do the 2 times 6. That's not a problem. That isn't interfering with anything. And then inside the brackets, we need to bring down the 7 times 5, divided by, and then do what's in the grouping, 7. Next, inside the brackets, we do the multiplication, so that's 35 divided by 7. And we have 12 minus 5. 35 divided by 7 is 5, so that gives us 7. The next set of problems say to evaluate each expression in color for the given values of the variables. So they're going to give us formulas, and we substitute the values in and find out the solution. So 30 is the perimeter of an isosceles trapezoid. The formula is 2a plus b plus c, adding up all the sides of the trapezoid. They tell us a is 20, b is 16, and c is 48. So the total distance around the trapezoid, 2 times 20 is 40, plus 16 plus 48. If we add those numbers together, we get 104. So the perimeter is 104. 32, they give us the formula for the area of a circle, pi r squared. They went ahead and broke it up to pi r times r. And they tell us that the radius is 28, and they want us to use 22/7 for pi. So 22/7 times 28 times 28. We can cancel the 7 with the 28, and we get 4. So now we have 22 times 4 times 28. And you could use your calculator and multiply that out, and we get 2,464. Problem number 34. We have the surface area of a rectangular solid. The formula is 2 times length times width plus width times h plus length times h. Substituting the values in, 2 times the quantity 14 times 12 plus 12 times 10 plus L times H, 14 times 10. So we get 2 times the quantity, and I would use a calculator on this one. So if we did 14 times 12 plus 12 times 10 plus 14 times 10, we get 428. And multiplying that by 2, we get a surface area of 856. Just realize that in this line here, all the multiplication is done before the addition, and the calculator will do that for you. The last couple of problems, next section, simplify the expression on each side of the blank, then complete using one of the symbols equal to or not equal to. So 36, we have 23 plus 19 over 7 times 2, and we want to see what it is compared to 54 divided by 9 minus 3. Do the left side first. 23 plus 19 is 42, and 7 times 2 is 14. And 42 divided by 14, you can use your calculator, it'll come out 3. On the right side, 54 divided by 9 is 6. 6 minus 3, and 6 minus 3 is 3, so they are equal. Problem number 38. This is rather long, so hopefully you have some room to put this down or write really small. We have 3 times the quantity 36 divided by the quantity 3 plus 6. And we're comparing it to, you might want to just do each of these on 2 different lines and then see what you get. I have the room. 30 minus the quantity 36 divided by 3 plus 6 on the quantity. Let's start on the left. Again, doing inside the grouping symbols, we'll have to do the 3 plus 6. So we have 3 times the quantity 36 divided by 9. And 36 divided by 9 is 4. So we have 12. On the right side, we can't do anything with 30 minus. We have to go inside the brackets. Do the 36 divided by 3, which is 12. And add 6, which is 18. So we get 30 minus 18, and that gives us 12, so that's equal. And 40 and 42, the directions are to insert grouping symbols in the expression 5 times 8 minus 6 divided by 2, so that the value is the one given. And they want us to do whatever we need to get this to equal 17. The very first thing to do is use your order of operations and check to see what it does equal. We have to do multiplication first, that's 40. And then we have to do division secondly, that's 3. And 40 minus 3 is 47. Excuse me, 37. Which is actually the answer to number 42, which we'll get to in a minute. So let's see what we can do. Let's try putting this together and see what happens. 40 minus 3 is, 40 minus 3, 6, is 34. And 34 divided by 2 is 17. So that works. It's just trial and error, and maybe you can see it too. And 42, we said we figured this one out. It's actually exactly as it's given. But to make it even clearer, we could put parentheses around the 5 times 8 and the 6 divided by 2, so that's 40 minus 3, which is 37. And that concludes our assignment. Good luck on the odds.